It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. We're not expecting too many retirements at this circuit. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. So the formation lap is underway here in Hungary. The front runners will want to get themselves prepared for the race ahead, as they can expect to be attacked through the first two corners when the lights go out. And they'll need to survive those in order to kickstart what they hope is a promising race. As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. That's P7 now, P7. Okay, Sainz is ahead of you. They're on fresh softs. That's Stroll behind you. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 2.6 seconds. And that's 13 laps now until your pit window's open. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 2.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in second. And the time last lap, 1 minute 18.8. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Ah, guys.
Sainz ahead, less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Time last lap, 1:18.7. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Gap to your teammate ahead, 2.5 seconds. Verstappen's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 0.8 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 5 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time, 1 minute 18.8. All right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. 6, you got P6. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, Sainz is behind you. Okay, they're on old softs. Our gap to first place, 2.6 seconds. Your pit window will be open in 7 laps time. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead, 0.9 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 9 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. And the time last lap, 1:19.2. All right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 2.6 seconds. lost some time to the car behind. And we're currently sat in 6th. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Stroll behind. They're on old mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader, 3.0 seconds. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. Okay, Lewis, Verstappen's ahead of you. They're holding us up now, so let's please try and get past as soon as possible and get on with our race. Push, push.
Change this strategy.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. Gap to the car ahead is around 2 seconds. Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this pit stop. Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. And you've got P15, P15, Vesti ahead. Okay, they're on fresh hards. That's Hulkenberg behind. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Your pit window doesn't open for more than 20 laps. Ahead. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 13 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Time last lap, 1 minute 21.3. Ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
Strat 6.
No! No! Albon ahead.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.0 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time, 1:20.5. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 2.1 seconds. Okay, Lewis, let's try and climb up the order if we can. We're setting you a new target. Push, push. Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. It's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down. Gap to your teammate ahead, 22.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in first. And the time last lap, 1:19.6. Norris is behind you. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Time last lap, 1:20.2. gap to the car ahead is increasing by a few tenths per lap. Get your head down. Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Stop the car, park the car, critical message. Car is safe, I'll explain after.
Caution, caution. Okay, clear. Okay, you've got P5, P5. Russell's ahead of you now. They're on fresh mediums. Norris is behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. The distance to the leader, 18.6 seconds. Pit window opens in 12 laps time, 12 laps. And that's 49 laps to go. Charles is in the pits. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.7 seconds. Time last lap, 1 minute 18.6. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.8 seconds. Okay, you've got P3, well done. That's Russell just ahead, push for the position. They're on fresh mediums. Norris behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, gap to leader, 17.4 seconds. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. Okay, 47 laps to go. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 6.4 seconds. Gap to your teammate behind, 3.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 5th. Your last lap time, 1:17.7.
Okay, Max, box and pick confirm, please. Box, pick confirm.
Verstappen ahead. They've just entered the pits. Okay, they're on fresh hards. laps, currently about 6 seconds to the next car. Let's see if we can reduce it when we can. Okay, Russell's ahead. And gap to the car in front, 6.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. And the time last lap, 1 minute 18.8. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Slowly gaining on the car in front. Try to keep up this momentum. Second place, you're in second place. Russell's ahead of you now. They're on old mediums. Norris is behind you. Less than a second separates you. Your pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps. And that's 42 laps to go. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. Okay, go, go, go! Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. All right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy. Both made our scheduled 2 pit stops, so this is a fight for position. You should be pretty level on pace. That's 8th place, you're in 8th place. Norris just ahead, push for the position. They're on fresh mediums. Piastri's behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Our gap to first place, 25.5 seconds. Pit window opens in 19 laps time. 19 laps. And there's 36 laps to go. Piastri's behind you now. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1:18.5. Okay, gap ahead, 11.3 seconds. Fastest lap at the moment, 1 minute, 17.2. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 24.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in first. Your last lap time, 1:18.2. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done. Stroll is ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car in front, 8.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 16 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1 minute 19.0. Right, you're closing in by around 1.4 seconds a lap. Okay, Lewis, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap. Oh mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 6.0 seconds. Stroll ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 19 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1:19.1. You're gaining by 1.6 seconds a lap. Charles is in for his stop now. Charles is behind you now. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Good work, we're in P4. That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Piastri's behind. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, so gap to the leader, 16.9 seconds. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. 27 laps to go. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 6.9 seconds. DRS is unavailable. The rear wing is down, so you can stay out while we work on a fix. Shift the angle of the front wing to the -1 setup, moving the front wing to -1 on your next stop. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 6.0 seconds. Okay mate, that last lap, 1 minute, 17.7. Norris behind. They've just entered the pits. Okay, they're on fresh hards. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time, 1:21.3.
Come on, what happened there? No, sorry, mate. Okay, just go.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.1 seconds. Okay, Russell's ahead. And gap to the car in front, 4.2 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 19 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap, 1:18.2. And you're closing by 4/10 a lap. Keep it going. Okay, gap ahead, 4.6 seconds. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car in front, 15.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 24 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap, 1:18.0. All right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Okay, you sat in P2. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. That's Charles behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. You've got 20 laps left until the end. Okay, so that last lap, 1:18.2.
Box and pit confirm, Max. Box, pit confirm.
The Ferrari driver's stopping now. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. That's Charles ahead of you now. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.4 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 9 laps old. Your last lap time, 1:16.9. You're losing around 1.6 seconds. Car ahead under pressure, they might make a mistake. Gap is only 2 seconds now. Push now, we're boxing this lap. Box. Okay, mate, that's it. Go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. You sat in P8, well done. Piastri's ahead of you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. That's Stroll behind you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. The distance to the leader, 23.7 seconds. Look after these tyres now, we want to finish the race on this compound. Piastri ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.6 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. And the time last lap, 1 minute 17.0. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. And you've got P7, 7th place. It's Perez ahead of you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Piastri's behind you now. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, gap to leader, 19.7 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, 12 laps to go. flag. Gap to your teammate ahead. Catching the car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race. 18. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 3.1 seconds. Three seconds is the gap between you and the next car, 3 seconds. Okay, so that last lap, 1 minute, 16.8. It's Perez ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 2.5 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 19 laps old. Your last lap time, 1:17.3. And you're closing by 0.4 a lap. Keep it going. Okay, Lewis, lap times are a little erratic at the moment. We need consistency, so let's try and stabilise them. Okay, gap ahead, 1.8 seconds. Okay, the last lap time, 1 minute 16.8. Gap to your teammate ahead, 15.8 seconds. You've got P7, 7th place. Perez ahead. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Piastri's behind. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, so gap to the leader, 19.4 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. All right, 6 laps to go now.
Do we have any issue?
Man, I'm out, guys.
Copy, John.
Car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. Caution, caution. Okay, clear. Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.0 seconds. Russell's ahead of you now. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 2.1 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 17 laps old, and the time last lap, 1:17.3. And you're closing by 0.4 a lap. Keep it going. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 15.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They're in second. Time last lap, 1 minute 17.2. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.6 seconds. P6, you got P6. That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Perez behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. The distance to the leader, 21.3 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Oh, great stuff. You hit that target. Really good job. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3.3 seconds.
Yes! Woo! Well done, mate.
Difficult strategy today.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.